Even we Christians begin to conform not only to the image of Jesus, but to the image of the world. And we let other things drive us, and the things that become the most important things in our lives are culture wars instead of the gospel. What are some of those things that drive us? Well, there's all kinds of hot topics today. COVID restrictions, that's a hot topic. It's divisive in this church. Hate speech, Black Lives Matter movement, the Green New Deal, immigration, police reform, Roe versus Wade. How's that for a hot topic today? Russian hacking, socialism, the war in Ukraine, vaccines, take them, don't take them, 2 shots, 1 shot, multiple shots, voter registration laws. I mean, there's so many things that we talk about that become hot topics. And here's what happens to even Christians today, that we get so caught up in these things, we miss the main thing. We're so driven by our politics. We're so driven by our desire to be right about things that we miss gospel advancement, and nobody cares anything about what we have to say about the gospel because we're so concerned about things like this. I'm not saying we shouldn't have an opinion about it, but if that trumps, like I have an opinion about all these things, but you wouldn't know that's the most important thing in my life, I hope. And the same thing should be said about you and me as followers of Jesus. We should have an opinion about all these things. But the reality is that we should have a greater opinion and a much more vocal opinion about the gospel. These things are just to name, like just a few of the things that get out there. Jesus says, or Jesus tells us to be careful how we live, not as unwise, but as wise, and not only in the short list that I've talked about here, but with our entire lives, we're to be wise dealing with things.